Westwood One, the largest audio network with premium news, sports and entertainment programming, including the NFL, NCAA, and the Masters, as well as the Cumulus podcast and streaming networks, reaching more than 250 million listeners monthly. Elections in 2025. Below $10,000 or more will have unfiled tax returns. Network USA's experienced lawyers save clients over on your behalf. Call 1-800-279-9000 today. The help you need. If you're seeing results, and when it comes to benefit in the time, that's exactly what Tonal is built for. And with the latest iteration, Tonal 2, more tailored and effective than ever. Tonal's at-home strength training system uses adaptive weight to learn from your movement and set the optimal weight for every move, adjusting in 1 pound increments up to 250 pounds, challenging even the most users to push their limits. Body burn with workouts, the perfect blend of heart-pumping cardio and strength. Plus, the new built-in smart view leverages a high-resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout, analyzes your movement, and provides real-time coaching. It's like a personal trainer. Right now, $100 off your Tonal. Tonal 200. That's Tonal.com and use promo code Tonal 200 for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code Tonal 200 for $200 off.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Still a slow go on the interloop from 123 to the Spur, and it is slow again, headed from Old Georgetown Road all the way to University Boulevard, where an accident has been cleared, and delays continue towards Route 1 in College Park, with the right side still blocked with the vehicle fire cleanup. Outer loop is slow through McLean, and again from the Springfield interchange to the Wilson Bridge. Watch out for accident activity on DC 295 northbound after the 11th Street Bridge, and delays continue all the way to Burroughs Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch Sim forecast.
Clouds increasing with temperatures dropping from the 40s to the mid-30s this evening. High temperatures Tuesday, just 32 to 37 degrees. That's low enough to have this next weather maker give us some accumulating snowfall, looking at a broad 3 to 6 inches with 7 News Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now, 42 degrees in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis. Sun News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now, 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin. Somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader of time, the Ben.
Number 877-381-3811, 8700, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, what did I miss you folks for a full week? But we're back. We're in the saddle for a long time now. I want to thank all the wonderful hosts who sat in. That's who I know anyway. Thank you very, very much. And they do a great job, but it's great to be back with you. Super Bowl, for many of you, it was a letdown. For me, it was a high because, as you know, I'm from the Philadelphia area, and I'm a huge Philadelphia sports fan. And I'm a fan of other cities, too, but this one in particular, the Eagles. And For those of us who are Eagle fans, that was a very, very great game. Kansas City, obviously, was a humiliation. I'm sure you're upset, like so many of us were 2 years ago, but like so many are whenever you lose. That's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Everything's on the line, and it's black and white. You either win or you don't. That first call by the refs, I was about to lose my mind, but looks like they called one on Kansas City. There really wasn't an interference or a personal foul on the helmet, so they tried to even it up, and from there on, they were pretty good. It was a complete blowout, and I'll tell you why it's a blowout. This is now a game of the big men. At least it was in this Super Bowl. The big men, the front lines, and not just the offensive line, the defensive line. I find Tom Brady to actually be an excellent color commentator. I think he started out a little shaky, as people do when they start out in a profession, but he's really good, and he explains things in a way that the greatest quarterback ever, certainly one of them, if not the one, can only explain about how things are set up and what it's going through a quarterback's mind. And I just thought it was superb, and those two do a great job. There's others who do a great job too, but I just find him to be excellent. I don't know him. I'm no special pleader. I'm not kissing, but I'm just telling you from my perspective. And I think you have the size of the human beings that the Eagles have on both lines, defense and offense. And keep in mind, these other teams are big players too, but nothing like this. I mean, these guys, 6'5", 6'6", 6'8", 350, 358, 367 pounds. They're going to beat you down and beat you down. The offensive line for Kansas City, they just blew them out. That is, the defensive line did. And the offensive line for the Eagles were just, they gave, it hurts the time he needs. He's a little slower getting rid of the ball, but he got rid of the ball quickly. The one interception he threw was down, I think, on the 10th or 14th yard line of Kansas City, so it didn't matter that much. Other than that, he was superb. He was superb, period. Mahomes looked completely rattled. He had no time to do anything. Zero. I just thought the Eagles really brought it. They were not going to be denied. This hype about 3 in a row is the greatest team ever, and so forth and so on. When you're my age, you've seen a lot of great teams. It's a great team. Doesn't mean it's the greatest team ever. That is Kansas City. It's a great team. Probably one of the greatest coaches ever.
New York Giants is one of the greatest teams.
What was he going to do? Those lines are too big. They stopped Barkley.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but New York Giants has the best record as far as Super Bowl wins. Maybe. I don't know. I quit following.
They get the ball. His tight end is great. So they have so many.
Kaepernick was the final straw for me.
And it's amazing how little this team was talked about.
Ignorant motherfucker.
Because look, he's one of the greatest running backs he was this year we've ever seen. But the team itself was not really talked up. Everybody was talking about Detroit. Everybody was talking about the Ravens. Everybody was talking about Kansas City and Buffalo. Great. Weren't talking about the Eagles that way. And I think a part of it was last year they embarrassing and upsetting. But this year they didn't. They got off to a little bit of a difficult start, and then that was it. They never looked back. And the way that they crushed the Washington Redskins / Commanders, it's hard for me to say Commanders, but Commanders, was a signal, I think, to most people 2 weeks ago that, particularly when you consider how good they are, that is the Commanders and their quarterback and so forth. I think that was shed a little light on it. I made a prediction. I sent it to our buddy Jesse Waters over there at Fox. I'm sure he mentioned it on the 5, aren't you, Mr. Benicia? I said Eagles by 11. Did I say that to you, Rich? I don't remember. Eagles by 11. He said, wow, you're pretty certain of this, aren't you? I said, look, I'm not certain of anything. I just think it's their time. I was way off, right? They won 40-22, and it was worse than 40-22, wasn't it? And this guy's sweet. He was sweet. He is a great veteran. He is a great defensive player. I don't know. I just think man for man, in most of the positions anyway, the Eagles were just stronger. And I think The stadium, I think, was 2/3 full of Eagles fans. Would you guess, Mr. Booth? I mean, they were cheering Trump and booing what's her name, Taylor Swift. Yeah. Halftime game. I see some of our friends on ESPN thought it was fantastic, or if you criticize it, there's a racial element to it. No, there's not. Guys suck. Guys suck. There's hip hop that's good. I'm not a hip hop guy, but I like a lot of different kinds of music. This guy sucked, in my humble opinion. And I suspect in the opinion of a lot of viewers. I think these guys at the NFL, the highest offices in New York, I think they want to be cool. They want to be hip. They're not cool. They're not hip. They're way overpaid. They sit on their ass. They got nothing to do. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. And that's that. I'm done. But we will have our buddy Stephen A. on the top of the next hour for a segment. He was all over it. He was watching. Good man. Now down to business. We're going to have I interviewed Donald Trump just about a couple hours ago, and we're going to have that at the bottom of the hour for you. It is the first interview he's done on radio since becoming president the second time, so it's an exclusive. Been doing so much work, so much activity. I don't know how he does it, honestly. None of us do, really. But I want to read a quote to you. Because we now know that a lot of the media have been on the take. A lot of the media have been feeding at the public trough. We've been subsidizing the media through our government, Politico, some of the others. It's really disgusting. It's shocking. They should close shop, those that were caught anyway. When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in a society, let me repeat. When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it. A legal system that authorizes it. And a moral code that glorifies it. Is that not the most brilliant one sentence you've ever heard? Let me repeat it and then I'll tell you the source. When plunder becomes a way of life of men in a society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. That's what you're watching today, right now in Washington, D.C. Everybody who's feeding from the public trough, but particularly the power brokers in Washington, the Democrat Party, the unions for the bureaucrats, the media, that really is a subsidy of the federal government in so many ways. What would they be reporting if there wasn't a massive federal government anyway? These people have created for themselves a legal system. You see these judges, I'm getting into this, that authorizes it. They claim that the Constitution compels corruption. The Constitution compels graft. The Constitution compels stealing your tax dollars and subsidizing people who hate you. Subsidizing perversion, subsidizing in other countries, that somehow it is constitutionally compelled. And if you challenge it, if you even want to conduct audits to investigate it, that somehow you're the one destroying the United States Constitution. If you want to get spending under control and the bureaucracy under control, you're destroying the United States Constitution. You're a threat to humanity. Again, you're a threat to democracy. We heard it all weekend long. Those of us who are fools enough to listen to it, and count me out, I was not. I'm just reading the transcripts from what I saw today. So now the Constitution of the United States compels governmental graft, governmental waste and abuse, governmental crookedness, the redistribution of wealth, a massive welfare state, not just in our country, but international. Somehow, somewhere, that's what the framers intended. Where? It's nowhere. But you have loathsome, low-life senators like this Chris Murphy from Connecticut. You've got hosts who are the most grotesquely stupid, ideologically buffoonish individuals, period, let alone to be on a public platform. Like that clown from Meet the Press, whatever the hell her name is. I'll get to it. We got a lot to do. I've got 3 guests tonight. They're all great. When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. So now if you stand up against plunder, unconstitutional plunder, and the head of the executive branch, the president, says, I got to get my branch of government under control. I want to put in a temporary freeze so I can see what's going on. I want to conduct an audit of the books over at the Treasury Department. I want to offer these enormous numbers of federal bureaucrats an opportunity to accept severance pay. I want to take steps to control the government, to get rid of USAID and all the corrupt money that Democrats have flowed through it to its causes and its friends and all the rest of it. We're now told by one federal judge after another, that this may violate the Constitution or some statute. They've created a legal system in their own minds, but they've created a legal system to protect plunder. That is the plundering of you. And let me tell you something, and your children and your grandchildren. We have a $36.5 trillion on-budget debt. We have a $300 trillion off-budget debt. And so you have a man who has the guts, as president of the United States, first of all, to become president again, what he went through. The same lawfare in our legal system that now, with activist Democrat judges and activist rhino judges participating in the plunder, participating in the grotesque abuse of you, the American people. You're not allowed to cut one damn penny, even if it means money that goes for transgender education in Cambodia. It doesn't matter. Not one damn penny. And now the Democrats are saying, we're going to shut down the federal government if they attempt to cut these budgets. They're actually saying 2 things. They actually had one guy, this new senator from New Jersey, who looks like he's dumb as hell, sounds like he's dumb as hell. Oh, I may have to vote to shut down the government. Then on the other side, you have other Democrats like Elizabeth Warren and Cory Booker saying, oh, the Republicans want to shut down the government. So the strategy is to shut down the government. They're finally going to blame Trump and the Republicans for their violations of the Constitution. They're also out there saying that the Republicans are trying to destroy Social Security. They've had a hell of a weekend. A hell of a weekend. I'll be right back.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. Financial Group is not.
Traffic still jammed on the interleaving Beltway from the Dulles Pillar to the 270 Spur. Delays continue from Old Georgetown Road to Route 1 at College Park, where the vehicle fire cleanup still blocks the 2 right lanes at this time. Now, on the outer loop at the same part of the road, an accident has been moved to the left shoulder, and traffic is jammed from 295 and 295 is slow go heading southbound to Malcolm X Avenue in the Beltway, and on DC 295 northbound after the 11th Street Bridge, there is crash activity, and delays continue northbound between Pennsylvania Avenue and Eastern Avenue. Now from GarageRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the lower 30s. Tomorrow, snow expected to develop by late morning and into the afternoon. 4 to 6 inches predicted through Wednesday morning. Highs in the mid 30s.
Attention taxpayers, the IRS is intensifying
Staticky.
collections in 2025. If you owe $10,000 or more or have unfiled tax returns, it's time to take action. Tax Network USA's experienced lawyers have saved clients over $1 billion. They're ready to negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Don't risk wage garnishment, property seizure, or losing your home. Call 1.
Told you fuckers a long time ago, don't be siding with foreigners over me. That's what you're doing, Wiggin. Siding with strangers over a fellow American. You're supposed to be a veteran? It's not funny. It's not comedy what you're doing. You say you're in for the comedy. Well, I'm not going to fight your fights for you as you let him attack me in your chat. I can't fight back. You won't let me. It makes you a hypocrite. You know better than Rob Noxious. That fucker blocks and they all run their suck fuck. Edward Jam, all them motherfuckers in Vegas. Then you got people like Whippermano and fucking the others. You know, JC gave them all the ammunition. It doesn't help them out. Ain't nobody blocked. I took everybody off the block list from the last broadcast. You want to come in and attack me and not talk about what's going on? And, I just hit the ban button. It's better than the timeout. If I hit the timeout, then you're fucked. Because there ain't nobody can do anything. I don't have to fucking put this chat up. I don't have to be here. But I want to be. Because I make people like Whippermano and Randy and you too, JC. Make you cry. Everybody runs to you about Billy. Even you, Zenny, you did it. From Salisbury chat. Because I told you the fucking truth about your friends. You already knew the truth about Gotti and Rusty and all of them. JT, what a punk you turn out to be. Trying to make people mad. It's not good. You're going to run into somebody that's not going to get mad, that's going to stuff it up your ass like what I've done. There he is. There you are. You ain't never coming up on this panel again. I'll let you in the side chat. Go ahead, run your mouth. You fucked up. I don't want to be your friend now. I don't want anything to do with you, Wiggin. You should just fucking leave my name out of your mouth. I decide when I leave. You don't run this place. I've never told JC how to run her chat. Never. Y'all know I didn't dox her daughter. Still haven't gotten an apology for that. Biden didn't win in 2020. There's fucking fraud at the high levels. You got Will Durant out there cloning the hell out of you, Wiggin. I haven't made one fucking clone except of your stupid girlfriend. That's what bothers you the most. And now it's like you guys aren't together now, right? Can I call her passed around? Because, you paid for it. She came there. She got paid. You lost out 10 grand. What do you got for it? Cheap thrills with a woman 30 years younger than you. It's got fucking says she doesn't sag. I bet you she's got that fucking belly that women get from having kids. She looks like a roadmap down there.
The notion of free market economics wasn't developed 1,000 years ago. It was developed in more recent history. And the socialists were on the rise. Marx was on the rise. All this was going on in France at the time and around Europe at the time. And he was confronting this. And so this is where this genius comment comes from when he wrote, when plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in a society, over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. And this is the Democrat Party, the media, and the swamp today. They want you to believe that what the Constitution doesn't provide is compelled by the Constitution. I would ask all the great law professors out there and all the great reporters out there, tell me, where is the bureaucracy in the Constitution? It doesn't exist. Tell me something else. You great law professors out there, where is judicial review in the Constitution of the United States? It doesn't exist. Judicial review is an implied power. An implied power. If you read the power of the judiciary in our Constitution, they only set up one court, the U.S. Supreme Court. All court, every damn one of them under the Supreme Court was created by the legislature, the Congress, under an act of Congress. More when I return. We'll be returning actually with President Trump.
There you go. I hope you're listening because Trump's going to be live.
Time you checked your wireless bill. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless.
Your little game didn't work, Wiggin. You and Gotti planned all that. You weren't never mad at him, all that shit. It's all a fucking show. You guys are after me. I'm the one. I'm the key out here. Can't do shit. I'm the one who busted up JC's chat. Edward Jam was there the first year. Look at all the fucking wrenches she's had in that fucking chat. All the troubles that she's had. They all fucking bickering over wrenches and who's the best and everything else. And it's just chat. Don't take it so seriously. Ugh. Wiggin, you're always worried about someone's relationship. What the fuck? Duh, I created Hayden. Duh. Kiss my ring. Duh. I ever grabbed your wrist, I'd fucking you'd twist.
Imposing 25% tariffs on
Fucking peel you like a potato.
He says it's the beginning of making America rich again. He also signed an executive.
This is why I listen to the radio, because pretty soon we're going to hear the President of the United States speak. Hope you're listening, Whippy. You stupid fucking kraut. Oh, you guys are dumb over there. You're not the smart Europeans. You're not the smart Dutch that came over here and explored and settled and raised families. My ancestors are buried here. I have no ancestor that immigrated to this country. None. My ancestors were in this country before it became a country, and they fought and died for this country in the Revolutionary War. So you all can just go fucking play grab ass with each other and hope JC goes live. Because that's all you have. There's no other chat. What, Shannon? Who the fuck wants to go there and listen to that garbage? She doesn't even have a conversation with anybody. Wiggin accuses me of everything Shannon is. It's my way or the highway. I'm not demanding anybody be my friend or, oh, you're my friend. Oh, she's over there praising Raging Demon now. That fucking guy. Pretty pathetic, Zenny. Yeah, I peeked in your chat too. It's pretty pathetic. I didn't even want to post.
Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the lower 30s. Tomorrow,
No, pretty sad.
At 1 p.m. that runs through Wednesday.
And there's Rob Noxious. Yeah, I was looking at your chat there, Tom Flash. You don't even have a panel. You're just running a YouTube channel. I could have done that a long time ago. You ain't got no gas. You sit there and run your suck fuck. You brought my... Yeah, I was in your chat. I cloned fucking Tombstone. That was me posting in there. He was there and I cloned him. That fucker was up 18 hours. And I fucking looked at him this morning, whatever the fuck it was. Like people blow their horn at me, wave to me. I'm right in front of the window. They all know what I do around here.
Intersection clear. Street. Sounds good.
You too, Angie. Fuckers who support people who hate America. for stupid reasons. Name me one country America has gone and conquered and turned it into the USA. You won't find one. Our currency is the gold standard for the whole world. Has been a long time. Before any of us were even fucking here. Us that are living right now, including you there, Harrison, if you're 10 years older than me, still part of my generation. I have two brother-in-laws that are 10 years older than I am.
Storyline that lasts 14 weeks plus a couple reunions, and then you move on. And my parenting and actually
The other one's only 8 years older than me. I have three brother-in-laws. We can think I'm bragging and shit and looking for fucking notoriety and all that. Fuck you, Wiggin. I'm never coming to your chat again, Wiggin. You'll never see me posting. You're not even to come to troll you. No. Fuck you. Yeah, breaking up is hard to do. Put a ring on and I'll make you kiss the motherfucker. I ain't got no rings. I don't wear jewelry. I was married. I wore jewelry a little bit. I could probably still get a post in my ear. Not sure. And there I haven't tried.
Type 1 diabetes since I was 2. The braver than you think type.
I have to take insulin shots every single day.
Cat just ran across my porch. Neighbor's cat. Nice big tomcat. Black and white. He's big.
I help turn type 1 into
Fucker's fast too.
at jdr.org.
You're listening to sports. You're looking for a good for the interview. You hated the time. Raymond, that's true. Is it appropriate to tell people to hurry? Appropriate on curbing. I want to know who you defeated to get that title as best dad ever. I'm against Saga of Dads. You're enjoying the Rich Eisen Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Making sense of your morning. Lots of coverage here on that developing story. O'Connor and Company, weekday mornings from 5 to 9. Larry O'Connor here, getting you through your morning. Making sense of Washington. Asking some very specific questions, some legitimate.
Owls, I watched you lie over there at fucking what's his face chat. You know, you're starting to make me think that you're Pat Clarkson. That's who you are. You're Clarkson. Because Clarkson does a lot of what you're doing. Him and Sardu and Rocky Goldman, you guys' little clan there. I know what you guys do. I know what you're doing. Owls. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know who you are, Owls. I told you a long time ago I know who you are. Especially sucking Wiggins' ass. I know who you are. Because I know everybody who sucks his ass. I'm not one. Remember when he did his stream and there's Tammy and we get to be individual and we're not just sucking your ass, comparing. Yeah, those days are over. Let's reminisce some tonight. Wiggins deletes all his streams so you can't rebuttal him. I had to do it from memory. I'm pretty good at it. My eyes don't lie. My ears don't lie either. Why is JC live? Let me check. Oh, gee, yeah, she did go live. Look at that. Here's the notification right there. I don't know how long she's been live. I've only been live for 37 minutes. She wasn't live when I went live, so she just went live. Hey, she's paying for StreamYard. She go live whenever she stay live 24 hours a day. Now that's capitalism. Nothing I can do about it. No, I'm not going to try either. Come to my door there, Patrick. I was there when they did the complete docs on you, Patrick. The arrest and the whole 9 yards. Burning your feet, living with your mother. Hell, I put my phone number out there and you did. You kept fucking calling it and everything. You're such a fucking dork. Why don't you come to my door? Did you get mad when I called the cops down there? Yeah, I called them. And then there's two different. There's one, you live in the county and not the city. So I had to call. They gave me the number to the other police department. He told me to change my number. We had a good laugh. Yeah, I wish I had that clip. Here comes Ginger Stick up on JC's piano. JC, they don't love Logical. That's why I can't come here. I had to take 2 years off. Oh, I'm under so much stress. Oh. Log Liquor lives with his mother, Margaret. Everybody calls him Log Liquor. That's why he hates me. Owls. You know, you didn't fool me, Owls. You're not a genius. I don't claim to be a genius. You guys assume that. Oh, Billy thinks he knows everything. Well, I don't claim to know everything, but there's certain things I do know, and it pisses you off. Oh, what a suck fuck you are, Owls. Just a dumb motherfucker. You're just another whippermano, another Chris Cullen 28, and another Baba Yaga. Oh, Trump. Oh, Jesus Christ was married with kids. Oh, the Constitution needs to be changed. Oh. Yeah, where are you, Baba Yaga, you fucking blithering idiot? Your brain's going to be donated to science when you're done. Now, I don't play any, and I'm listening to Mark Levin. This ain't music hour. You got your own YouTube. You can listen to your own music. I'm not here to play music for people. I'm here to talk politics. Yep. I'm here to talk politics. I'm here to talk about my country. Our country, if you're American. Not just my country, but, you know, it's my country. Time is it? Oh, you see, when he said he has 3 guests, and Trump is one of them. So I don't know if he's coming up next or what. I'm waiting for Trump to speak. Hail to the chief. Thank God Joe Biden is gone. You imagine what things would be like right now if fucking Harris, even if he did, but actually got elected.
Common risk factors. High blood pressure, elevated.
Sorry, dude, I don't really want to deal with the childish bullshit. So go, JC's live. Go over to JC's chat where all your friends are and show your pictures and make all your snot remarks. Accuse people of being pedophiles over there. This is for a mature audience. So, don't press your luck with me, Sardu, because I'm not going to deal with you. I'll fucking ban you again.
Yes, excellent. I love what you said. I always say we never.
Yeah. Go be a suck fuck somewhere else. You and Pat Clarkson and Dougie, none of you guys have any power here. I'm at your mercy if I come to your chat.
To tell you that's true. Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to find my success. It was worth it.
I love Reba McEntire. That show when she come on TV, I liked watching that when I had a chance to watch it. I always worked too much. I used to work fucking 12 to 15 hours a day, 6 days a week. All the time. I was always at work. The job I was in, you have to be there. It's not just an 8-hour a day job. It's not office work.
Think I was going to make it. I'm Latoya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. I had to learn to live with
Stand up on my own 2 feet.
DAV helps veterans like Latoya get the benefits they've earned.
is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.
Never even heard of R. Kelly. I could look it up, I guess. But that's where I play my music, on what I'm listening to Mark Levin. And I got it plugged in at the moment.
Diagnosis and breakthrough research at brightfocus.org or call us at 1-855-345-6237 for free resources.
And JC's the place where all the action is, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, it's Barack. I listen to Ted Nugent all the time, Sardu. Every day, him and his wife, he's a Ted Nugent. He's an exceptional American. That's all you can say about the man. He's a good example of an exceptional American. Oh, there he is. Here comes old fucking here we go. What an idiot.
You choose. As you make choices about the future, the military can be a resource for information to help bring a fulfilling path into focus.
Yeah, how you like that? Yeah, Randy. Randy, that's Kid Tiddler, Randy. All right, have you met Kid Tiddler? Fuckers better not preempt fucking Donald Trump, these motherfuckers. They've been playing the fucking commercial an awful long fucking time.
The government, they want to do these things.
Fuckers. I hate when they do that shit. They fucking think They cut that off. Google, I'm fucking sick of your shit. They interfered in that. I was wondering why he wasn't coming back, sitting here talking to your dumbasses.
Nothing.
All right, we already know what's going on.
Well, Mr. President, the country is excited. Forget about Washington. People are excited. In the neighborhoods, in the communities, in the cities, suburbs, and the rural
Sick of you.
areas. They just are. They're thrilled that you won the election. They wanted you to be the president. You're being the president. So all these Lilliputians, no matter what they do, the fact of the matter is, I just want you to know that. We wake up every day and we're very, very excited about what's taking place in this country. So I want you to hear that too. We do appreciate you.
I'm looking at numbers where, you know, up for female. How to be done? You know, 2016. I'll tell you what. I think you're going to see some things you're going to be very happy about. The American public is going to be very happy with the results. And we're going to thank you, Mr. President. We appreciate your time. You know how busy you are. God bless you. Good morning. Thank you very much, Mark. You got it. I'll be right back.
Oh, we missed the first part of it. Because they control the algorithm. Fucking idiots.
The news. Plant here inviting you to join me in my best girl this July.
Because that's an app. That's not. No, it's.
Ultra luxury ship, the Grandeur. Iceland has so much incredible stuff to offer. Majestic scenery, waterfalls, hot springs.
But you got to download it from Google Play. Google this. That was a funny moment on JC's panel that day. ODV, ODV. I'm Roman. I'm Whipperman. How come the White House is called the White House?
And the outer loop still heavy for the
ODV says because it's painted white. Google it. The British set it on fire in 1812.
Tonight, increasing.
Fucking dumb.
30s tomorrow. Snow expected to develop by late morning and into the afternoon. 4 to 6 inches predicted through Wednesday morning. Highs in the mid-30s.
Mic drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ridley. It's raw. I've been shot at, blown up, you name it. Yeah, when you go to the sound of your gun.
Go after the president. Who could he have for guest up there? Jeez. Interesting. Ted Cruz? Smartest man in the Senate, Ted Cruz. That guy's got a photographic memory. He reads something, he doesn't forget it.
School zone. Are changing lanes. Intersection clear. Pizza sounds good. Baldwin Street. Street.
It's hard to concentrate on two things.
All caps crew. That's who's doing this shit. I know who's doing it. Because Rocky's part of that little fucking team. Yeah, I had mine cleaned back in November. Said I didn't have any cavities. Cleaned my teeth. Sent me on my way. My teeth are a pain in the ass to keep clean.
The big chains. Well, it is what it is.
Can you not see us? Nope, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of HVAC providers. You are invisible on.
How come you're not over at JC's chat, Patrick Rowe?
Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusfoods.com.
That's where all the action is. Yeah, I bet you Wiggins in there using Haydenstein. I have a water pick too. I use a water pick because it's quite a job flossing my teeth. I do it, but it's fucking my. I got some pretty rugged teeth, Patrick.
Online courses. Learn about the works of C.S. Lewis, the stories of the Book of Genesis, the meaning of our Constitution, the rise and fall of the Roman Republic, the history of the ancient Christian Church with Hillsdale College's free online courses. Personally, I'm enjoying
Thank you. First and last post on that one, Wiggin. Fuck you, Wiggin. Get out of my chat.
How it's been undermined.
Suffer the consequences.
Progressivism and liberalism. This 12-lecture course is self-paced, so start whenever and wherever you want. Start your free Constitution 101 course with Hillsdale College. It's free. Go right now to levinforhillsdale.com to enroll. There's no cost. It's easy to get started. That's L-E.
Hey, fuck it. Preempted the first part of that. I missed what he first said. Fucking aggravating. I can go back and listen to it.
Making 7 videos. WAO speaks for 100 days, Sunday, April 27th, Jones and WAO.
Big news here. The New York Times is exceedingly upset, saying this demonstrates there's not going to be proper justice under Donald Trump and his Department of Justice. The Slimes writes the Justice Department today told federal prosecutors in Manhattan to drop the corruption charges against Mayor Eric Adams, claiming his indictment last fall came too near the 2025 mayoral primary and had limited his ability to cooperate in President Trump's immigration crackdown. You're directed to dismiss the charges. Emil Bove, the Justice Department acting number 2 official, wrote in a letter to prosecutors, according to 2 people briefed on the contents. That's a leak out of the Southern District. Now listen to the New York Times. This isn't news. This is an editorial here. The remarkable intervention by a Trump political appointee in a public corruption prosecution casts doubt on the future of the case against the mayor. It also raises urgent questions about the administration of justice during Mr. Trump's second term, cast the independence of federal prosecutors into doubt. This is a man taking control of the government. He was the elected head of the executive branch. Funny thing about that Constitution.
You know, Rory, I don't really know who you are. So that's why I did that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president.
There's Wiggin with Dr. Haydenstein. There he is. There's the suck fuck himself. He's triggered.
He helped trigger all the cases against Donald Trump. That's right. That's right. We don't have the fingerprints, but we have public statements. They give us plenty. Plenty. Country was founded on freedom from a country that forced us to buy overpriced tea, then tried blockading us when we dumped their tea into the ocean where it belonged. How'd that work out? It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard. T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, my opinion, you're getting ripped off. You don't need to pay $100 a month per person just to get a free phone.
I don't care, Wiggin. I really don't. You can't do shit except complain. All you can do is cry like a little bitch. You're assing out. You're the one assing out. Not me. I think let's say I've been live 56. I think I just I might end this broadcast and just listen to Mark on my own and just fucking sit here and watch something in YouTube. I can watch anything I want. And I do.
Didn't think I was going to make it. I'm LaToya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
BAV helps veterans like
So, Rory, if you're somebody I know and you're subscribed to, I'm assuming that you're a clone of Wiggin. So, because he'd do that shit.
are often due to an absence of necessary and community connected to the support they need to show up.
Now, Wiggin has offended me, and I'm mad at him. Now, he ain't done. The longer I sit here, the more he's going to come in here. I'm pissed at him, Pac. I'm sick of him. I'm going to steal Gotti's wheelchair, tie him to it, and fucking roll him off a cliff. So we Republicans, we want Granny and Grandpa to die. Told you this shit's going to hit the fan down in New York City. These politicians and these judges and these lawyers, they all need to be handcuffed and put in jail. Every single one of them. Charlie probably doesn't dare answer because he's going to stand up for fucking Wiggin. And right now, I'm not happy with Wiggin. Wiggin can just go jump in the lake somewhere as far as I'm concerned. I really don't give a fuck about him, Alicia, or his family or anything. I got my own problems.
7 News meteorologist Veronica Johnson.
Don't care what fucking Rusty's done. It's his own fucking fault.
Some higher amounts, 6, 7, 8 inches expected in our southwestern and southern zones.
Road crews around our region are already preparing. Maryland State Highway Administration.
He would be if I ever met him.
They're pre-treating roads with salt brine mixture.
Or like on a gurney if I ever met him. That fucker would be on a gurney on the way to the morgue. One shot to the eardrum, that motherfucker would be out. Hey, his real name is Gerald.
George Washington Memorial Parkway.
He's not Italian either.
Starting at 12 a.m. on February 11th until further notice. A federal judge buys federal employees.
I see him up on Zenny's panel today. He's a real suck fuck.
Austin is leaving a temporary stay in place until a final.
Now him and Wiggin are holding hands again. They're kissing each other's ring. One's God and one's king.
The office policy, a Thursday night that initially set for individuals to decide, but that was put on hold for arguments today. District Court Judge now, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A Justice Department attorney has said the buyouts are, quote, humane off-ramp, unquote, for people frustrated with the president.
Here we go. Here's Mastermind. Oh, yeah, you're a real mastermind.
Delegation rallied outside the Social Security Administration headquarters today alongside federal labor union leaders.
There, master that. And I'm going slow. I could hit that a lot faster.
Off of our Social Security.
The rally comes following reports that DOGE has accessed the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and intends to access the Social Security Administration next.
That's right, Wiggin. You try everything you try to get past me. You're a failure.
They don't really have to be looked at.
Fucking $10,000 mistake you made. That's what you get for flashing your money.
Looking for jobs.
Hey, you thought I was gonna? Oh, Wiggins gonna buy me. He's gonna give me some money for a motorcycle. Oh, you thought I was gonna fucking suck your cock on that deal, didn't you?
Federal workers in our area.
This is another setback for our county's workforce, which has been under duress during the first 3 weeks.
It's not the things he says; it's his behavior. He lies.
WMAL.com.
It's not what he says; it's the fact that he lies. He tries to manipulate people. I've gotten him in trouble.
Says the bill would expand eligibility in the county for a homeowner's tax credit now offered by the
He was up there's Zenny. I'll bet Zenny's all fucking got her arm around him. I love you, Gotti. Oh, you're the funniest. Yeah, okay. That means you're in for fucking JT and all that. Now all of a sudden, Wiggin wants me. First, he wanted me to apologize to Lady Venom. Now he wants me to accept JT.
on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Trust the weather next.
Go ahead, make a fool of yourself, Wiggin. I'll let you make a few posts. Somebody might fucking take a screenshot of it and use it. Go ahead. I'll let you post. Fact, Wiggin. You think you're so fucking smart. Here's my link. Come on up. Come on, you and me. Bring your shit. You want a piece of me? Come on. See how long you wait. I'll let you up. I'm ready. Come on up. Bring your girlfriend with you. I can only do 6 people. So you and 4 other people. Come on. I'll let you gang up on me right here on my own panel. See what happens.
Accident activity now in Beltsville on the southbound Mill Road. That's traffic jam from 198 northbound side of Slocum.
I guess I can move that now.
We find jammed up from the intercounty connector to the Beltway, and problems continue on the Beltway inner loop with the vehicle fire cleanup still taking up the 2 right lanes on the inner loop at Route 1. Traffic still jams up from Old Georgetown Road and also slow on the inner loop between the Toll Road and the 270 spur, and the outer loop still delays from the Eisenhower Avenue connector to the Wilson Bridge. Now the GarageBoyCare.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the lower 30s. Tomorrow, a winter storm warning goes into effect. And it lasts Wednesday. Snow is expected to develop by late morning tomorrow. 3 to 6 inches widespread in our area predicted. Right now, 45 degrees in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Here, our number 877-381-3811. I think dial right now. You know, I spent a full hour with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We asked to come on Life, Liberty, and Live In. We had a great time. We just had the first exclusive radio interview of President Trump since his re-election. And I'm thinking, okay, can we talk this? I mean, when it comes to the Super Bowl, who do I want to talk to? I want to talk to my buddy Stephen A. Smith. Now he needs to catch a plane. He needs to get in there first class, get his peanuts and his pretzels, right? Right, Stephen A. But that said, I want your take, baby, because I thought the Eagles and you thought the Eagles.
Well, first of all, it's always great to talk to you, number one. Secondly, great job with the interview with Prime Minister. Like 15 minutes of it or so. Did a great job. I would tell you the Super Bowl itself. It was shocking. I picked the Eagles to win. I picked Jalen Hurts.
Stephen A. Smith from CNN.
It was a shock.
Or ESPN, sorry.
Take one ball from his head. 2000 running back at football. Defensive player of the year. And with their offensive line, between 6'6", 318, 328 pounds. We had been talking about the Eagles and their ability to run the football and how that would rule the day. No one anticipated that The Eagles front four defensively with just mauled Patrick Mahomes all night long. Career high 6 times, pressured 16 times during his 42 drop back, held to a total net yard of 23 yards and 1 first down in the entire first half. Didn't cross midfield until the on third down conversions in the first half. Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins held to 0 receptions. It was a complete dominance.
The dog scratching it. Fucking dude's pretty rough.
Mahomes before. This was much worse than when
Fucker.
played. Beat them 31-9 in the Super Bowl 4 years ago. What an annihilation. That's exactly what it was. We've never seen Mahomes.
Lucky, I bet you can't grow a beard. How about you, there, Whipperman? What do you look like with a beard? Bet that thing's all fucking scratchy.
Well, let me ask you this. I am kind of rudimentary, but I just see what I see. So are all these teams now going to try and get these massive, big men? These are real athletes. They're not just massive, big men to be on their offensive and defensive lines, because I think they're going to have to move that.
Patrick!
Yes.
What are you doing?
Just got back. I didn't get back from the dentist till 5.
So let's see them pearly fuckers. Go like this. Go. Now, you're not very close to the camera. You need to get closer to the camera.
That good enough?
So what's your deal?
Billy, get one of these things. You know what this is? You ever see one of these?
I have a water pick.
Oh,
I don't need one of them. I have a
also
water.
this dental floss. I don't know what you're talking about. You say it's hard to clean your teeth. Don't get mad. Tell me what. How's it hard cleaning your teeth?
Contacts. It's a pain in the ass to clean my teeth. Yes, takes time.
Well, it takes time to clean. You got dental floss?
Sure, I have dental floss. I tell you, I have dental floss and a water pick. I've been using a water pick since they come out with them.
But are you okay? Are you saying it takes longer for you to clean your teeth than a normal person?
If you take a look at Wiggin, he doesn't have any teeth. You think he brushes his gums?
I don't know. You ask. I don't. I think if you don't have, I think you brush your tongue anyhow when you're brushing your teeth. You know that.
The water pick has a thing where you can do the roof of your mouth and everything. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that'd be a good question to ask him. I know when you have false teeth, you're supposed to fucking clean your false teeth. You know that?
Polygrip.
No, that's Polygrip shit. I think ain't Polygrip. That's shit that's like glue, ain't it?
Hey, imagine being at hunting camp and you have false teeth, and you take your teeth out before you go to bed and you wrap them up in a paper towel and you send them on a counter over the grill. Now, this is just a hunting camp, just a hunting shack out in the middle of the fucking woods. All right. And you get up the next morning and you can't find your teeth.
Yeah,
because one the guy that did the cooking that night, when he cleaned up, for some reason he's seen that paper towel sitting there and he didn't realize the teeth are in it. He threw them in the wood stove.
Right, I get it. I had a friend of mine that told me, he's an older guy. He said one of his girlfriends got mad at him, and when she left him, she like packed the bags and took his fucking teeth. Them things ain't cheap.
No,
well, let me throw this at you. I've seen a guy. Okay, obviously, most people that get false teeth don't take care of their teeth. I've seen a person with false teeth. His false teeth even look rotten. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Your false teeth can get rotten looking too. You know that, right? They can get stained
My
and
mother
yellowy.
had dentures. Since I could remember, but she kept her teeth clean. She cleaned her
Right.
teeth.
There's this shit you buy. I don't know what it is. You put it in water and you put your teeth in and it suds them or whatever. It's like, I don't know what, but I know you can buy shit to clean your, or you can clean them with a tooth. I've seen a guy that look, I've been on merchant vessels. I've seen a guy.
My mother brush her teeth with a toothbrush.
Right.
Stand in the bathroom with no teeth in her mouth. Fucking, I'm the youngest of 5. The old man used to just put the old dork right to her.
Exactly. But them teeth.
She liked it.
But you do know false teeth will get rotten just like they get rotten and yellowish and greeny if you smoke and shit and you don't take care of them. They rot. They get all rotten looking just like regular. I'm not saying they get cavities and stuff, but I'm saying they discolor and shit just like regular teeth.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
No, I didn't. Ziggy, stop. I didn't. Ziggy, stop. But I watched what's her name get booed this morning on the news. That fucking cunt bitch. But I don't know. They said Philly was booing her. I think that's because her boyfriend's on that other team.
You see
but
what
she's also what?
Let me change the subject. You see what they've been doing in chat? I timed the guy out. It's rejected by LD. Okay, so that means Alpesh Patel and his little crew from overseas, they're mad at me, all right?
You're talking about your chat. You're talking about in your chat.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you. No, I fucking took him off the screen so I couldn't see him there.
Well, I have my phone.
I can read it, right? So he's trying to say that back in the New York chat, way back 7 years ago, that I made advances toward who Emma Pink is. So they just
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, they're just making shit up, right? So they'll make handles that, I can't identify who they are. They'd have to, they're not going to come up on my panel. And Wiggin does this. Wiggins doing this shit. He's in on it. All right. He shouldn't have been fucking rude to me. Like he fucking stuck up for that guy in his chat again. That's all there is to it. Well, and he thinks he's fine. So I don't like him anymore. I used to like Wiggin.
Yeah, but Billy, you know as well as I do.
Listen, I want you to listen to me, Patrick. I don't like Wiggin no more.
You don't thinking about
I wanted Wiggin to come up here. I let you up, and I'm going to tell you what I'm fucking thinking. And then this is right. He says, "Oh, you can't hate everybody in YouTube," when he's done everything possible to make me hate him. So it's over with. I don't want
Billy,
I don't want to do better. Let me talk. I don't want to.
Let me ask you this.
He treated me unprofessionally for the last time.
Yeah, but you say that all the time, Billy.
For the last time. He's a fucking buddy fucker. Period.
All right. But I've seen you say this before.
You ain't been around. How long you been here, Patrick?
I don't know.
Why are you getting involved in my business with this guy? Why are you involved in my business?
I could care less if you do it or not.
Answer my question. Why are you sticking your nose in my business?
I don't care if you stay friends with him or don't.
Well, why?
I don't even know how you can be upset with him. You don't even really know.
In this? Why are you sticking your nose in my business with this guy?
I'm not sticking your nose in your business.
You're sticking your nose in my business.
My point is, you say it all the time.
I didn't ask your opinion. I did not ask you to make any point whatsoever.
Billy, when people have conversations, They talk back and forth. You realize that, right? You know
Yeah.
how people
Well,
talk?
when people go to have conversations, you're not supposed to cut them off because that's what Wiggin does. Especially if you're in his chat, he will cut you off.
Well, I'm in your chat. I'm not in his chat.
Well, I'm talking about what happened in his chat because
Well,
I let him up here again.
Okay. Don't be friends with him. You happy now? Hate
Never
the
really were
motherfucker.
friends. He's never liked me. He's been after me for. I'm a thorn in his side.
Well, hate the motherfucker.
I know why, because I think of things he doesn't, and he's a fucking he thinks he knows all about fine. He thinks the Rothschilds run the whole fucking banking system in the world. What a dumb fucker. DA wants to there's no banks around here run by the Rothschilds. Not where I live. Rothschilds have nothing to do with American banking.
Well,
family has they might have some firm in New York City or some shit like that. They're investors. They have a bank, but it's not. They don't run our banking systems. We have private banks all over the United States.
Well, I heard him say that
banks are
England's
private.
running everything, and I don't believe that one. Did you ever hear him say England's running everything, the banking? I'm like, are you fucking in?
They think they're going to teach us our history. And Wiggins supports that shit.
No.
Wiggins back in Whippermantle. Yeah, he is.
Oh,
now he's back in Gotti and
dumbass.
JT after all this shit. What, that was just for show? All right. Well, I've had enough. Wiggins doesn't run.
Well,
he doesn't run this chat.
What did you say about Wimperman again? What did you say? You said
he's jealous of America. He's
he does bring a lot of shit up about America. I don't get these motherfuckers that got so. I mean, they got to bring up America in this shit. Like, I don't talk about.
They bring up a point. They bring up a point. Oh, okay. Here's a school shooting. All right. Well, why is that my fault?
Why is it America's fault?
Right. They blame the rest of us for that shit.
You remember? I don't know how many years ago.
Hold on, Pat. This is their favorite. Hold on. Let me turn this down. This is their favorite thing to do. All right. They want you to hate your country. Mad Jim does it. Paul Beachlife does it. Rum does it. Whippermantle tries his best doing it. Dutchie's just a touch hole.
I thought Dutchie was Wimperman. He's not Wimperman.
Dutchie, you know how Wiggins always saying he created me?
Yeah. Right? As a matter of fact, I do.
Well, guess what? JC and Shannon created Dutchie. That's
the Dutchie's not Wimperman with a. That's not Wimperman, right? I thought that was it.
They're a team. They only act like they fight, but they're in love with each other because they have the same goal. They both hate Trump.
But I thought Dutchie was Wimperman I thought he had two different handles, but they're two different people.
Whippermantle is using his name and my picture that Randy made. That picture that he's using with me kissing my mother, Randy made that picture.
Yeah, he made a picture of me and you kissing too. The fucking bastard.
It's all right. I got Gotti to make me a couple of pictures. He did all right there for a little bit. Yeah, I guess he's really no
There's
different.
Something the matter with Randy. Randy lives in a fucking shack with no fucking running water.
You think there's something wrong with Randy? You just figuring that out?
No, I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you there's something the matter with him. I don't need you to fucking verify it. There's something the matter with him.
What do you think it is?
Okay, Billy. One day he said when his aunt dies, he's going to get his dad's 357 Magnum. His dad died, now his aunt got it. If I wanted a 357 Magnum, I don't sit around and wait for someone to die. I will go buy one. Does that make sense to you? If I really wanted a 357 Magnum, I just go, okay, I want a 357 Magnum. You're going to sit around wait for someone to die. You might die before them. He's a sick fuck. You're going to wait for someone to die to take possession of something that you can just go buy?
Okay. I asked you, do you know what's wrong with him? Do you know why he is the way he is?
You got some kind of psychosis. I'm not he puts on fucking masks.
It has nothing to do with psychosis. It has nothing to do with psychosis. Randy,
mental illness. Randy
doesn't get any tender loving care. No woman is washing his clothes for him, cleaning his toilet, feeding him.
Well, I mean, I get maids to come in here and clean I keep up with my shit, but when it's time for a thorough cleaning.
No, I'm talking about Randy. I'm not talking about you. You have to get a maid? You can't do your own fucking cleaning?
I said, did you hear what I said? I keep up with my stuff, but once a month, maids come in here and get down. They come in here and do a thorough cleaning. But you kind of got Randy showed up at what's her name's house unannounced. That Shannon. Don't you find that strange? But figure out where they live.
Hold on, Patrick. Hold on a minute. Do you think you're telling me something I don't already know?
No, I know you know. But don't you find that fucking wacko? She probably where's he live? He lives in where? LA or something? Where's he live? I know they both live in California. No, he lives up
Why do
north.
you care if some guy on the internet went to some girl on the internet's house and got turned down at the door? Why do you care?
I don't care.
Why would you bring it up?
You're saying there's something the matter with him.
Well, that's the matter with him. He doesn't have a woman in his life. He's lonely. He's all alone. He's going to die alone. He's going to die alone.
Stalking somebody. In a form of stalking, I would say.
Oh, he works for JC. What do you expect?
Can you explain that? What you mean by that?
What's there to explain? He works for JC. Yes.
Is she paying him?
In more ways than one, yes.
Well, that ain't exactly an answer in more ways than one.
It's not an answer you're looking for. What do you want me to say? It's true. Randy works for JC. That's her boy. Now shut up, because listen.
Concerned if all the hostages are returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock. I think it's an appropriate time. I would say excellent and all bets are off. And let break down. I think they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock. Because one to 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock. And after that, I would say, all hell is going to break out. I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are different. And I think a lot of them are different. The great human tragedy, what people can do. That means
in this day and age, fucking barbarians. Rum supports this, flying that Palestinian flag. That idiot in fucking Indonesia supports this by flying that, trolling us using the Palestinian flag.
This is a different group.
Whipperman pretends to be a Nazi. Dumb fuck.
How can you pretend? You either are, if you're acting like one, in my mind, you are one, aren't you?
If he was a real Nazi, he'd be over here and being active in the real show.
No,
he's just a pretend Nazi loudmouth on the internet. And he works. But I mean,
don't you
Why
think
do you think I call JC Jihad JC? Why do you think I call her that?
How the fuck do I know?
Well, now you know why I call JC Jihad JC. Now you know why.
Oh, you call her that just because you're fucking around. But getting
No, I'm
back to
not
that
fucking
rent
around.
boy,
I'm dead serious. She's a jihadist. She hates America.
well, she's not a Muslim.
She might as well be. She's
Yeah, but
holding hands with Rum. Rum's one of Nem's the smartest person out here. He's a fucking globalist.
He's a great man.
He wants one world government. He doesn't want there to be no USA. He doesn't think USA should be a country. It's not fair. It's not fair to other people in the world that
Mem's a lonely ass gay guy that hasn't come out of the closet.
He hides behind a wrench. Has been since I've known him. That's what this is all about, Patrick, since you want to get involved.
I don't get involved. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just a dude on chat, man. What the fuck is this? We're all on chat, man. Involved. You act like what is this? This is chat.
On the tape, the media on the tape, their whole op.
Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you?
Ain't no money involved. Ain't no drugs being exchanged.
How do you know? These people communicate with fucking emails and shit. How do you know they don't send each other?
The only drugs that are being exchanged.
People buying pizza and shit for what, Q and all that shit. They're always doing shit. You got Tiffany sending gifts to people. She sent something to Rusty. I think she sent something to somebody else. I don't know. That's what her channel is about, right? She likes getting people's address and sending them things.
Well, she does about every 2 months. You find out some guy says, "Well, she sent me a crotch shot," and then her thing is, "Well, that was 2 years ago. Whenever I was going through my episode."
You know what? You know what's going to be going on now? It's probably already is. I'm not watching Vegas chat. I bet you they're already talking about you and I sucking each other's dicks right now.
How do you come up with that? We're just
because that's how they think. That's what Wiggin does. That's what Gotti does. That's what JT does. That's what they do. They're in the gutter.
Well, I ain't something.
Every minute of the day, they are in the gutter. Edward Jam the same way. Certain people block.
Does this look like a guy that sucks a fucking dick?
Tom Flash says he blocks me because I spam. He says he's got most people blocked. I wonder if he does that with Logical, because Logical uses spam box. I don't spam. What I do, that's not spamming the chat. I could pick it up a lot faster than that. They remove my fucking accounts is what they do. And Vegas
Flash is that guy that brags about living with his mother.
Moderators there. They do moderate that chat. They can remove your fucking handle and shit.
Hey, what one is that they moderate? Which one? Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen a wrench in
you don't
Vegas.
you don't need to see the wrench. If you're not sitting there looking with a second device, posting away, they can stop your comments. Seriously.
So if you have a second device, how do you see it then?
If you're incognito on another or go incognito on the one, all right, you can see whether or not your post are showing in the chat.
Oh, okay. I got it. I got you.
Angie Fox's favorite thing to do.
So who's running?
Because Tiffany, you see Tiffany complaining about getting blocked, and then you talking about me behind my back. When Lady Venom does it, they all do that shit. Bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Well, do you get along with Lady Venom? She don't even say nothing to me, so I don't have no problem with her.
That's because you're a nitwit.
Well,
that's because you don't know any better. You're a dumb fucker. Why are you even on my panel? Why are you even up here, Pat? We don't even know each other. Why are you up here on my panel?
Do you know any of these people? I told you that yesterday.
What do you mean, do I know any of these people? What a dumb fucker.
Do you really know any of these people?
Well, what do you think? Do you think I know Lady Venom?
I'm talking about, do you really know any of these people?
Oh, fuck. A lot better than you do.
Well, I mean, you just know him from chat. You don't know him. You ain't never been. You've been with
what's your point? We're in chat. Yeah, it's all about chat.
right.
Well, so if whether or not I know them in person, what does that have to do with knowing them here?
Anybody can put up a front on chat.
You're not making any sense, boy. You're
What
off
I just
track.
say? You
You're
can be on
losing
chat
me.
and say all this shit.
Do you think that I know who Lady Venom is? How long do you think I've known that name, Lady Venom?
That ain't the point I'm making.
Yes,
On chat,
that's
chat,
it.
you can be anything
Yes,
you want.
it is. You asked me if I know these people. How long do you think I've known Lady Venom?
I mean,
answer my
know
question.
them.
Answer my fucking
I
question.
mean, know who they are. Exactly who they are as a person.
Me, so now I'm going to kick you. Answer my fucking question. How long do you think I've known Lady Venom's name?
I don't know. Probably as long as you've been on here. But do you truly know her?
Bye, Pat. I'm done with you.
You're a fucking fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you, Billy. I'm gonna.
That's one ignorant fucker right there. That is one ignorant fuck.
Morning, 11 at noon. But Governor DeSantis, we've got some progress here, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. I mean, as you and your listeners know,
Governor DeSantis, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
And illegal immigration, particularly to conduct this big deportation. And California, Illinois, New York, they're going to try to frustrate that. A state like Florida, not only are we not going to be a sanctuary state, we want to affirmatively help that effort, because the reality is they're not going to be able to get it done unless you have states like Florida that are actively participating. And so the proposals that they're going to consider this week make it a crime to enter the state of Florida illegally, which I think is really good policy. It ends catch and release of criminal illegal aliens by denying them bail. And I think most crucially, it requires the active participation of state and local law enforcement in the enforcement of federal immigration law. And they even provide sanctions if these local entities are not doing it. Some can be fined, but they also have the ability through the governor's removal power to take people and suspend them from office. And so that's real teeth that'll make a difference. And I think you're going to see really positive results of this. I've already been doing agreements with DHS, with our state agencies. So last Friday, we announced an agreement with Florida Highway Patrol under 287G, and we're working to do more of our state agencies. I don't need to have a duty imposed on me at the state level. I'm going to do it anyways. But on the local level, we definitely need that. So not only are we not going to allow sanctuary, we need everybody to be on the team if we want to enforce immigration law in the interior of our country again. And
well, that's really great, actually. That's great progress in the state of Florida. You know, you're a great leader. That's what you do. You know, you get into these tussles a little bit and then circle back and work these things out. You guys have worked it out. So you're pretty happy with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It gives us everything we need. I mean, you remember when you and I discussed the initial proposals that the legislature passed, it actually removed the governor from immigration enforcement entirely and gave that to the Commissioner of Agriculture. It eliminated our current operations that we've been doing now for many years, including, we're not really at the southern border anymore because we're in the Florida Keys, and then with our boats interdicting vessels, we've interdicted 18,000 illegal aliens just in the state of Florida operations. Not even all that was going to end. So in the proposals now, the governor retains constitutional authority, and our current operations continue, and they are not putting immigration enforcement in the hands of the Commissioner of Agriculture. And I know there's a lot of our supporters who were concerned about that. And I think most people realize that we're a state, Mark, that handles crisis, disaster, and emergency situations better than the state of Florida. We're built for this. We're going to get the job done.
Let me say something quickly, just to borrow a little bit more of your time. All these judges are lining up, and this claim by the left, by the Democrats, by the media, and some of these judges that somehow the Constitution prevents the president from actually managing the executive branch. You know, it's one thing if there's a statute, but they're not citing statutes. They're just saying, he's not a king. He can't run the executive branch this way. Actually, he is in charge of the executive branch. You're an executive. You're a congressman. These attacks on Donald Trump and what he's trying to do with the workforce, what he's trying to do in terms of spending and so forth and so on. There's no constitutional protection generally in the Constitution, is there?
Power resides under Article 2 with the President of the United States. So not only does he have the right to manage the executive branch in the absence of statute, I would say to you, and I think you would agree, Mark, there have been statutes passed over the years that impinge on the president's actual constitutional authority under Article 2 and that are unconstitutional. And I hope President Trump challenges some of those. I mean, this idea of a entrenched civil service that you can't fire people for bad behavior or poor performance, that is not what the founding fathers intended. And so what these judges are doing is they're basically trying to make our country heads they win, tails we lose. So if they win the election, they get to run wild and do what they want. But if they lose the election, somehow they're still entitled to wield power. And our elected president, who was elected with a mandate to change Washington, is somehow neutered from being able to do it. It is way outside the bounds of what judges are supposed to do, which is just decide cases and controversies. These are resistance judges who are simply trying to throw sand in the gears and prevent Donald Trump from bringing about the
Your piece of work, Patrick.
Same Democrats, Governor, who were talking about, you know, Trump's out to destroy democracy. They're out there saying he's out to destroy the Constitution. They're hardcore leftists. They don't even believe in the Constitution. They attack the men who wrote the Constitution. They attack the people who fought for our revolution. And then they come up here with this cockamamie stuff that if you don't support what they have left us, which is a $36 trillion disaster, and you actually have him and Elon Musk who are trying to do something about it, somehow that's unconstitutional. Now, you know both these men, and you know Elon Musk, right? And
yeah, of course.
Good man, right?
I would say it's the opposite. What they're doing is they're restoring proper constitutional government. Our founders did not create a fourth branch of government. Now, this has metastasized over many decades. Congress has been a big culprit in this, including Republican Congressmen, because they pass omnibus bills, they pass continuing resolutions. They don't wield the power of the purse to discipline the bureaucracy. So you want to know why a USAID would feel comfortable spending money like they have? Because they know they're bulletproof. They know Congress will never drop the hammer. And so what President Trump and Elon are doing is they're exposing the soft underbelly of the permanent administrative state. By dismantling that, you are not attacking, quote, democracy. You're restoring the Constitution as was originally understood and was practiced for most of American history until more recent times.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Yep, they don't teach it in the schools or in the colleges. These people get into college and they hate America.
You're going to see a lot of good stuff. I hope
it's all about who's more popular, you know, being socially acceptable and all that. And, yeah, it's just
God bless you, brother. Take care of yourself.
Women having kids out of wedlock. It's a big problem.
Another great patriot, truly. After more than a year of war, terror, pain in Israel, there's still a great demand for basic humanitarian aid. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, really a fantastic organization. They have supported and they continue to support those in the Holy Land.
There are some people, though, who have children together, and even though they may not get married or they do get married or whatever, they stay together. There are a few of them, but for the most part, there's too much single parenthood. A woman shouldn't be burdened. Yeah, it's not fair to the kid.
The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews will deliver.
Both have responsibilities.
Soldiers, Holocaust survivors, families who've lost everything. You can provide that help during a time of great uncertainty. Many of you I know are people of faith. Whatever faith it is, people of faith. Think about the whole man. Think about these ancient sites.
Guess not, huh, Wigan? You didn't want me talking about my recruiting duty experience. I brought that up. You get fucking mad. Guys asked me a question about something, and I tell you what I fucking know. You know, just to have a conversation, and look what you do. Told you last time. You did that with the fucker sticking up for him. They could say what they want, but I can't. Don't do it in your chat? Okay, well, I'm never coming to your chat again, Wigan. Never. I'll probably be ending this pretty soon.
This organization, Doge, D-O-G-E. Thank God they're there. They're volunteering to help us, America. They're exposing these things, and the Democrats don't want to expose. They're saying the fact of exposing the corruption, the use of your money to support Democrat Party political objectives, to subsidize the media, to promote wokeism in foreign countries and in the third world. That somehow that's unconstitutional. When Musk and his troops are trying to get access to the information on behalf of the President of the United States, who is the executive branch under the Constitution. That somehow, when he's trying to temporarily freeze spending, not on Social Security and Medicare, but on these radical left-wing programs and the spending on these programs, that somehow he's not allowed to do it. He's not even allowed to look at it. That by offering severance to federal workers, 65,000 of whom so far have wanted it, that he's not permitted to do that. These are the basic functions of an executive. These are the basic functions of how you run the bureaucracy. Every single penny that's been spent has been defended by the media and defended by the Democrat Party. Every single penny. Listen to this guy, Chris Murphy, on ABC's This Week. And keep something in mind. Why do they bring him on? Remember, there's a reason they bring every one of these guests on. Because he's promoting a viewpoint they want. So here we have Donald Trump, the anti-constitutionalist. Again, Donald Trump, a coup. Donald Trump, anti-democrat. Donald Trump is carrying out exactly what he promised. I'm going to slim down the government. I'm going to try and get spending under control. The government's too big. I'm going to secure the border. We're going to push this woke crap out of our federal government, out of our schools. He's doing exactly what he said he wanted to do. You voted for him, which is why, again, they're trying to smear him. But they're trying to smear you. Cut to go.
Yeah, listen, I think this is the most serious constitutional crisis the country has faced, certainly since Watergate.
All right, shut up, a-hole. What do you mean, constitutional crisis? They've cherry-picked these judges. I'll give you an example. You have judges that hate Donald Trump and yet are Republican, like Royce Lamberth, who I've known for decades, but I'll never talk to again. They're furious what he did with the J6ers in D.C. He's one of them. He makes a point. There's only 16 people, transition types, individuals that is, in the federal prison system, and he's going to issue the temporary restraining order to do what? To do what, Royce? That these men, whatever they declare, whatever medicines they're taking, whatever surgery, these biological men should be with other biological men. You find that problematic, Royce? You really do? I don't know what the hell happened to you. Great. The idea that a president has the authority to undo what the prior president did, that's okay too? Yourself. You have diminished yourself. Then you got a guy in Seattle on birthright citizenship, a 25-minute hearing. He said, this is unconstitutional. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And every report says he's appointed by Reagan. There's a lot of leftists appointed by Reagan and Trump. Why? I've explained it. The media won't explain it. So I'll explain it again. You have about 1,000, give or take, federal district judges. And from time to time, you'll have an estate, or what we call a district, but I'll say a state, 3 or 4 openings. So for a Republican president to get 3 out of the 4 positions, what he wants, he typically has to cut a deal in a Democrat state, like Washington State, and give them one. This guy in Seattle was one of the ones he had to give them, Reagan. A big Democrat, a big defense lawyer. I hear he's an a-hole on the bench, and he's been an a-hole for decades. He's on senior status, but he's a Reagan appointee. Then you got a judge in Boston. I have a judge in Rhode Island. Notice the cities they're picking? Who's bringing these cases? Among others, a cabal of Democrat Party attorneys general throughout the country. They're all working together. This is a new form of lawfare. This is Lawfare 2.0, Chapter 2. And so this was the deal before the election. I told you that, again, they're going to use the lawyers, and they bragged about it, as a weapon. The unelected judges and the unelected lawyers to try and stop the results for policy promises kept by Trump from the election. That's all that's going on here. These are outrageous rulings for the most part. You wanted to freeze certain aspects of federal spending? No, you can't. Why? Buying out federal workforce? No, you can't. Why? Transgendered prisoners? No. They have certain due process. Why? Access to Treasury data so they can see what's going on. No, we can't do that. So we now have a cabal of federal district judges who think they run the damn executive branch. And the Democrats are on TV, they're on radio saying that Donald Trump is undermining the Constitution. Let me ask you something, Royce. Show me in the federal Constitution where you have the power to do what you're doing. I don't want to hear about Supreme Court decisions. I want to know. Show me in the federal Constitution where you have the power to basically take over the federal prison system. Show me. Show me the other jackass judges in Boston, in Rhode Island, in New York. Show me where you have the authority to do any of these things. Show me. And the kicker is this vast federal bureaucracy isn't even in the Constitution. Doesn't even exist. We're right back.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guaranteed tax. This will be available with TurboTax Live.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you. Customers won't either. Your customers, not your competitor. Boost your findability. Boost.com. BUFULUF Boost.com.
Making sense of your world on the go. Stream your favorite show, get the day's top headline, and access our podcast archive, all with the new WMAL app. This is for you. Get the WMAL app on Google Play or the Apple App Store and stay connected.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Another one. You want to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke. When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council. Illuminating the issues.
There's a whole lot missing here in this story, isn't there?
Every day. Why are we the only ones reporting this? News Talk 105.9. Making sense of the news.
Making sense of your morning. Lots of coverage here on that developing story. O'Connor and Company, weekday mornings from 5 to 9. Larry O'Connor here getting you through your morning. Making sense of Washington. Asking some very specific questions, some legitimate questions. Making sense of the double standard. Then here's the latest example. Making sense of the headline. Let me break it down for you, because there's plenty to break down here. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Mornings from 5 to 9. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Bravo TV star Lala Kent holds nothing back. When someone tries to get hypey with me,
You match energy.
I do match, and it's all joke.
Yes, get to know the TV personality.
It is one specific storyline that lasts 14 weeks plus a couple reunions, and then
Eminem.
my parenting, and actually Ocean really likes it. Would you like a cookie and some Taylor Swift? Shake it off.
Give them Lala. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Every time I feel my baby kick, I sing. You don't understand. I never sing. I'm not good at singing. I'm the only person I know who's been booed off a karaoke stage. But that was before I was pregnant. Today, I'm a singer. Captive audience of one. She doesn't boo me. She never will.
We know how it feels. We're the March of Dimes. Find out how we can help you have a healthier baby at marchofdimesbaby.org.
Are you looking for a voice that truly represents your values? AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, was created to champion the needs of Americans who believe in faith, family, and freedom. Members gain access to incredible member benefits and discounts, including the award-winning AMAC magazine, from exclusive discounts on travel, insurance, everyday services, to a strong voice in Washington. The Association of Mature American Citizens is here to make a difference in your life and in our nation. Anybody at any age can join. In honor of President Trump's first 100 days in office, AMAC is offering an incredible deal. Incredible. Enroll in a 5-year AMAC membership for 47% off. Normally it's $60. Join today. It's $32. Visit amac.us/LEVIN. That's amac.us/Levin. Join today. Advantage of this special offer. That's amac.us/Levin. Join AMAC and become part of a movement that stands for you, your family, and your future.
Making sense of your world. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. Know the news the minute you wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. 5 to 9 a.m. on WMAL.
90% of what I've got here, we're not going to get to, but I'm going to make full use of hour 3, as we always do. Full use of hour 3. You're also going to hear from a law student at Georgetown Law School how there's been an invitation to a terrorist to speak there. And I bumped into this young lady a few nights ago with Mr. Deputy Miller. And you're going to want to hear this. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I'm going to draw attention to it, national attention to it, see if there's something we can't do to help out here, because this has got to stop. These universities, many of them supported by Qatar, which is a terrorist regime that plays both sides of the railroad tracks. That's got to stop too. It's got to stop, period. There's a great story out there, very well done. Excellent activities going on with Judicial Watch and others, trying to get to the bottom of all the money Qatar is pouring into our schools and universities and into our country to influence our politics, because they have. They've influenced it in a huge way and in a horrendous way. And this little pipsqueak of a nothing country with fake monarchy, with fake boundaries that was created a few decades back, is trying to destroy us too. The average person is finding it difficult to pay expenses every month. In most cases, there's nothing left over to cover any extras. And I know many of you are still dealing with this. You're not getting a big raise without grabbing for credit cards. Now, If you're a homeowner and you're frustrated with that cycle, I need you to make a 10-minute, no obligation call to my friends at American Finance. It's very easy. 20s or even in the 30s, American Finance can show you to put your hard-earned equity to work, get you out of debt, pay 5-6%, so save on average $800 a month, and have a tax deduction of up to $10,000 in interest payments. Give them a call, 888-900-1828, 888-900-1828.
NMLS 182334. NMLS Consumer making sense of your world. I can't believe this. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I'm so with you.
Making sense of the news. Now tax season is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it.
The Super Bowl is this Sunday.
Yes.
And for the first time in history, the president will be at the game. And it's already setting off controversies. Like after the NFL decided to edit their end racism slogan in the end zone for Sunday's game, now it's going to read choose love.
I didn't assume that thinking about racism. As if Trump don't want to end racism in America. These people are so stupid. He want to take the sign down and choose unity and faith and love for all. Think about this for a minute, y'all. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. If the messaging works, which one do you think is most applicable and most encompassing of what people should be behaving like? Choose love or end racism? Now let's look at what the media is saying about them removing end racism from the NFL end zone, which it should have never been there in the first place. Right here, you can see that there's a leftist comparison center right, and then a bias comparison, which I'm not going to read all that right now, but let's go down here to the left. When you look at the left and the way they're framing this, NFL makes a weird play. NFL drops in racism from the Super Bowl field, bows to Trump's anti-DEI agenda.
Yay.
Hey, looks like you're ready to leave. That doesn't matter. Well, somebody let go of this, and we found it this morning.
Buffering.
How you did it? Nothing to do with you. I had a conference with the bosses this morning. I think it's this thing. They wouldn't listen to it. Stay with from the I didn't deliver in pulpit. We wanted a carcass. Yeah. Please. I do not. Nothing going away. I think that's something I picked up from you. You don't have to put everything in work. I give you a ring.
In YouTube. She plays golf.
Elevate your business? Cumulus Media Washington, D.C. has you covered. We outperform the industry by 25%, delivering real customers, not just clicks. With over 4,000 digital campaigns managed monthly, our local marketing experts provide invaluable insights and support. Whether big or small, we can do it all. Ready to grow? Visit WMAL.com and click Advertise with Us to get started today.
Life is busy. You're a professional with no time to cook, but you still want to eat well and stay healthy. So guess what? Diet to Go is ranked #1 by U.S. News and World Report. Diet2go.com, that's diet2go.com.
Trash truck fire. 2 right lanes are blocked. Right at Route 1, traffic is stop and go from New Hampshire Avenue. On the BW Parkway southbound, there's a crash at Beltsville before Powder Mill. Traffic is jammed from 198. And northbound BW Parkway rubbernecking delays between 450 to Powder Mill Road. And now from GarageBuildRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the lower 30s. Tomorrow, snow expected to develop by late morning and into the afternoon. 4 to 6 inches predicted through Wednesday morning. High.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation with Ben. You get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Working hard is worth it if you're seeing results. And when it comes to working out, the same thing is true. You want the maximum benefit in the time you have, and that's exactly what Tonal is built for. And with their latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. Tonal's at-home strength training system uses adaptive weight to learn from your movement and set the optimal weight for every move, adjusting in 1-pound increments up to 250 pounds, challenging even the most advanced users to push their limits. You can also experience a full-body burn with the new Arrowhit workouts, the perfect blend of heart-pumping cardio and strength. Plus, the new built-in Smart View leverages a high-resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout, analyzes your movement, and provides real-time coaching, just like a personal trainer. Right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code TONAL200. That's Tonal.com and use promo code TONAL200 for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code TONAL200 for $200 off.
Attention taxpayers, the IRS is intensifying collections in 2025. If you owe $10,000 or more tax returns, to take action. Tax Network USA's experienced lawyers have saved clients over $1 billion. They're ready to negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Don't risk wage garnishment, property seizure, or losing your home. Call 1-800-278-9000 today. Get the help you need at 1-800-278-9000 or visit tnusa.com.
Now, 105.9 FM and free wide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
Number is 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Ilian Omar. Very important. They go to her at Face the Nation. Now, why would you go to Ilian Omar, an out of the closet Jew hater, American hater, a Marxist Islamist? Why would you go to her? Why would you go to her when she said the things that she said and for which she was barely punished, but everybody knows it was her? But at Deface the Nation on CBS, they think it's important that of all the people, you should hear from her. Margaret Brennan, who herself is a low IQ, low life, in my humble opinion, just a disgrace with these people, many, many decades ago. There he goes, yes, many, many decades ago. There is a man who ran Face the Nation. His name was George Herman. This was a workaday journalist. And he was a straight arrow. And he even looked a little nerdy. He had his glasses. His hair was coming back, a little dabble, do you? Really smart guy, really on the ball, really down the line, right down the middle. And as a kid, I was about 15 years old. I wrote him a letter. I would write these people letters all the time, Mr. Bruce, when I was a teenager, a young teenager. Asked him some questions. And I put in the letter, I'm only 15 years old, and then I asked questions. And he wrote back, he said, Dear Mark, first of all, you never have to say you're only 15 years old. You wrote a very smart letter. And he took the time. And back then, it's a manual typewriter to type me an answer. And I still have it, among other letters, in a box. Compare this, a George Herman, to a Margaret Brennan. Now, I just told you about George Herman. And there were others in the news business who ran Sunday shows, who were real journalists. Now, I want you to listen. Now, Margaret Brennan has a history. She's kind of like Jim Acosta with a dress. And she's rude and nasty and has that same constipated look on her face. She may not be as loud. But first of all, she and her staff picked Ilhan Omar. Now, what does that tell you? They picked an anti-Semite. She must be a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Margaret Brennan and Face the Nation at CBS picked an anti-Semite as their guest. A Jew hater. In addition to hating America. But listen to this. Listen to the nature of the question. A George Herman would never ask a question like this. A Brinkley would never ask a question like this. A Howard K. Smith would never ask a question like this. And I can go down the line of the old timers who were great. Cut 4, go.
You have spoken quite a bit this week about what USAID meant in your life, particularly when you were living in a refugee camp for 4 years. And USAID, you talked about helping to keep you alive. We know.
So let's stop a minute. You see the setup? This is about the things USAID has done that are outrageous, the amount of money it's wasting. She could say the same thing about UNRWA. You know, you told us about the time you were in a refugee camp and how UNRWA brought you some food and how you relied on UNRWA. Meanwhile, it's filled with terrorists. Obviously, USAID is not filled with terrorists, but it funds elements within countries that are violent, that hate America. They're pushing an agenda. It's interesting. There's no graphic of all the things that Elon Musk and his crowd have uncovered and why they want to get rid of it. And then we have this massive debt. There's no discussion about, well, you got to start somewhere. This seems like a good place. Where else you want to start? And this is the problem with the media today. They're stupid and they're ideological Democrats. Go ahead.
Come to some kind of hearing and decision, perhaps, on what happens to all those government workers. Are the courts the
Let me ask you something, Margaret. Did you care about all those private sector workers during the pandemic when the blue states were forcing them all out of jobs? Did that upset you for 1 second? Did you say anything? How come you're not discussing what took place at USAID? The new discoveries that took place at USAID. You're not even curious, let alone interested. You're not even curious. We just want the anecdotal information from a Jew hater, an American hater, a Marxist Islamist about her own experiences. I'm not even interested in the answer. I just wanted to show you how it works. How it works. Cut 5, go.
Do you expect Congress to actually authorize the president to dismantle and consolidate USAID?
Now, let's stop a second. I'll tell you what's interesting. She takes the assumption that he has to have Congress do it. Again, experience matters. When I served in the Reagan administration, the decision was we need to get rid of this agency called Action. So what do we do with it? Well, you don't have to actually get rid of it to get rid of it. It can be subsumed or incorporated into another entity, which is essentially what happened. And you can have a restructuring. You don't need Congress's approval to restructure. Can you imagine? You'd never restructure anything. And of course, that's where Margaret Brennan, the Democrat Party, the ideologues, the leftists, the Marxists, the Islamists, they don't want anything restructured. They don't want anything changed when you have a new election. This is theirs, baby. They own this. They get money pushed through their favorite causes through this. It's been kept a great secret from you and me, Mr. and Mrs. America. Now it's in the open thanks to Trump and Musk and the rest of them. And that's driving this federal judge nuts, who's overseeing now the Treasury data. You have a right to the data. What might you do with it? Reveal it. That's what. Well, you might reveal the names and information of the individuals. No, we won't. But if we do, you can punish us. Go ahead.
I think there's a tremendous appetite to do it again, Mark.
This is Senator Hack's
alignment of our programs with America's national security interest. USAID has been out of control. I've demanded accountability from AID. They've refused it. As an appropriator, I've asked them to be very clear about, for example, their role funding Hamas in Gaza. They would not comply. They will not tell us what they do. Now that we start to find out some of the programs that AID has been funding, you think about it, sex change operations in Guatemala, LGBTQ programs in Serbia.
The U.S. government does not fund
so beyond the pale.
You know that, though. But you sit on.
That is not true, Margaret. I couldn't get the Secretary of State. I asked him 3 times to tell me that we were not funding.
And this Margaret pulls this crap all the time, and then she's fact-checked, and she's proved to be a liar time and time again. This senator comes in, he's armed to the teeth with the information. And this is the other problem. To create static and confusion, the American people, all 7 of them who are watching this damn thing, and you know they don't do that. No, we don't know that. We know, in fact, that they do. But the fact that they do, rather than pretend that they don't, wouldn't bother her anyway. It's okay. Because we had Ilhan Omar on, and she gave us her personal experiences about it. Go ahead.
And frankly, what we found is that we've been funding as American taxpayers organizations.
Is funding.
Yeah, I do have evidence of it, Margaret. We have evidence of over $100 billion from the Biden regime, as directly and indirectly, as a result of allowing oil sales, not enforcing the sanctions. Are you not awake, Margaret? Have you not seen what's going on for 4 years? Yes. The money that flowed into Iran directly through Iraq, remember that? $10 billion that it clipped? Were you awake, Margaret? Or are you just a cover-up artist? Is that it? And remember the billions of dollars that were spent for hostages? Yes. Yes, with Iran. Margaret, you remember any of that? It's over $100 billion. Now there's the evidence. You're going to report it next Sunday? Are you or not? Go ahead.
Certainly, the funds that have gone to UNRWA. You saw the UNRWA members.
Okay, UNRWA is not a terrorist group.
An attack on.
It's part of the
funds terrorist groups, and then UNRWA is in fact a terrorist entity. In fact, Hamas, the terrorists, the Nazis, you may have heard of them, Brennan. They used UNRWA facilities. In fact, UNRWA staffers were involved in October 7th, Margaret. Are you not aware of any of that? Why are you covering up for terrorists? Why are you bringing on a Jew-hating, American-hating anti-Semite on your program, Margaret? What the hell happened? CBS and Face the Nation. Why are you so loathsome? Go ahead.
Supporting terrorist groups. And if you look at what UNRWA has done, it's been so counter to our national interest. It's unbelievable that we would fund it.
Wow. Does it sound like she's a journalist, America, under any definition of journalist? Does it sound like she wants to get the facts? In comes Jew hater, America hater, Muslim, Islamist, Marxist. Pats her on the head. Tell us about your experiences. This senator comes in, she's a bulldog. What about this? There's no evidence. There's $100 billion in evidence. Pretty sick, don't you think, America? I'll be right back.
What? News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Working hard is worth it if you're seeing results. And when it comes to working out, the same thing is true. You want the maximum benefit in the time you have, and that's exactly what Tonal is built for. And with their latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. Tonal's at-home strength training system uses adaptive weight to learn from your movement and set the optimal weight for every move, adjusting in 1 pound increments up to
I'm getting tired.
Even the most advanced users
I'm going to
can push
bed.
their limits. You can also experience a full body burn with the new Arrowhead workouts, the perfect blend of hard
So good night.
cardio and strength. Plus, the new built-in smart view leverages a high-resolution camera that lets you see
I've had a
yourself
long
during the
day.
workout, analyzes your movement, and provides real-time coaching, just like a personal trainer. Right now, Tonal is